So is it just Pepsi or is it Coke?
Coke, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, Coke Zero.
So what is it about, oh, be stylish now. What is it about this that makes you go, how many do you drink a day?
At least 6 cans.
At least 6 cans a day. So what difference will it make to you for your long-term future health to be able to have the occasional one? I'm not talking about, you know, never being able to have a Coke or a Pepsi. You can have the occasional sip and everything. What difference would that make to you long-term?
Make a massive difference.
Okay, so tell me a wee bit, what massive difference in what you
I'm sure I'd feel better because I'm constantly dehydrated because I tend to replace water with soft drinks.
And have you had your hydration levels checked?
I've been hospitalised since I moved in 3 times with dehydration because...
Right, okay, so this is quite serious. Yeah. This is quite serious. Yeah. So how long have you been here for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. So you've been hospitalised 3 times in 2.5 years with dehydration.
Yeah.
Because you know how your stomach's only a certain size?
Yeah.
And your body's only capable of taking so much fluid in. So this is a fluid that's not really being very, very beneficial. And this type of fluid actually can dehydrate you anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you've been told that before.
Yeah.
But hey, you've been hospitalised once, you did it again, and you probably continue to do it again. That's cool. So what is it about this type of drink that really attracts you? Apart from telling you to be stylish.
The attraction in the can or the taste.
What is it? Just hold it there. I'm not going to open it yet. So what's the whole thing about it?
I don't know. I think just because it's fizzy and it's cold.
It's fizzy. Is that cold enough for you?
No.
All right.
But I drink it anyway.
You drink. So you drink it whether it's really cold or not.
Yeah.
Because some people, I know that I can't drink certain drinks if it's the wrong temperature. But for example, tea. I always leave a little bit of tea in my cup because once tea goes, I don't drink milk with my tea. And once tea goes to a certain temperature, I just don't like it. Now, do you drink out of the can or do you drink in a glass?
Either. Normally just out of the can, to be honest.
No, that's cool. That's fine. Absolutely. Okay, so before we do this, I just want you to be aware that you can feel good for no reason at all, can't you?
Yes. You know this.
Just put your feet flat on the ground. You're capable of feeling good for no reason. Get that giggles? For no reason whatsoever. Now, what I want you to listen to this, because this is the whole point of these drinks. Listen to this. She likes that. The psh. And then what is it about just take a sip. And as you take a sip, I want you to be aware of the bubbles. Now, what is it about the fizz? Because you said it's the fizz.
It's just the popping and
There's the popping, and I'll come round so you can have a look. It's all the popping and fizzing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
it's really sweet and.
So it's the sweetness.
Yeah.
And there's a popping.
Yeah.
There's a popping. What's that? Now, are you aware? Take that wee sip. What about the size of the bubbles? Because you know that there's different water has different drinks and different liquids have different bubbles in them. Okay.
So it feels like it's quite small.
And you like, is it the small bubbles you like? So it's the popping.
I must do.
No, they just, yes.
I do.
Yeah, you do, of course you do. Okay. Okay. So, I want you to tell me about something that absolutely makes you go, what foods or drink that if I was to go up to you with it, your stomach would turn, you just go, no way.
No, because I'm not particularly fussy eater.
Oh, I can think of some things to tell you.
Go on then.
Okay. So would you eat your own vomit?
No.
What would happen? The lumps. lumps. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the feeling of the lumpiness. If you vomit, because sometimes vomit gets a wee bit frothy as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else?
I've never eaten anything like horse meat or anything like that.
Have you eaten horse meat?
No.
Ah, right, so you don't know whether you'd eat it or not. So I wanted to think of something else. Is there anything else? What about something that's off, or something, you know, milk that's gone lumpy? Would you drink? Right. So I want you to imagine there's a cup of milk there, and it's actually gone off, and just put it towards your mouth. And I want you to try and get that into your mouth and be aware of the lumps of the lumps.
Have I got to drink it?
Yeah, just put it in your mouth first of all. Put it in your mouth and feel these lumps. Okay, stand up, give yourself a shake, stand up. Give yourself a shake, breathe. Okay, that's fine. That wasn't nice, was it? Okay, sit down. Okay. Now, the whole thing about this, you were talking about dehydration. Yeah? And sometimes we just don't like plain still water.
Yeah.
But there's lots of water in the market that has got the bubbles.
Yeah.
There's lots of water in the market you can buy in cans that goes
Yeah.
especially if they're cold, free of the condensation all running down the side.
Yeah.
And you can all next that. So I want you to imagine just having a can of sparkling water, but the one with the right type of bubbles. And imagine drinking that. Just imagine you've got a can there and drinking that. And just drinking that. And get that But more importantly, no, don't gulp it, just drinking it and getting the bubbles, getting that. And actually, believe it or not, water's sweet. Water has a sweetness that you cannot normally taste if you've been taking lots of chemicals that really corrode your body. You know, the chemicals that will destroy all the taste buds in your tongue. There's all these chemicals that happen in different things, different foods and drinks, because things like this is a chemical compound. This is just a chemical compound, it's got gas and things in it. But there's some natural spring water that some of the Italian waters are small, they call it frizzanti in Italian, small bubbles. And they're sweet, there's a sweetness. Now imagine just sipping it, and I want you to imagine as you're doing that, just imagine as you're doing it, feeling your body becoming hydrated. So you're drinking it, and then put that down. And I would like you also just to see what happens when we do this. Do you drink water?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is do something you may not have done before, Erin. I want you to drink that water and see if you notice the sweetness in the water. Just really take your time to notice. There's a certain sweetness, but it's a natural, soft, gentle sweetness that's completely different to that harsh, chemical, artificial sweetness you had before.
Yeah.
You taste it.
Yeah.
And you know, feel how your body feels when it's becoming hydrated. Because the body is about 96% water. Do you know that? Ooh. And also there's been a lot of experiments done in schools that show that for every, I think it's every 1% drop in hydration, you lose 20% concentration. And there's been lots of schools now, they have water available for kids on demand.
Yeah.
Because they know it's assisting learning, it's assisting how they work, because you work in school, so have you got water on demand for kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the reason, because it's actually been proven medically. So take some of that, and more importantly, I want you to feel how that feels as it's going into your body, because this is a natural substance and it's what your body's made of. You don't need to gulp it, sip it, and just start to, even plain water. But as a treat, you can have different types of fizzy water. You might want to experiment with different sized bubbles. Because things like Perrier water's got bigger bubbles. And some of your Italian ones have the smaller ones. I think it's San Pellegrino's one is small. Some of them are slightly salty, some of them are slightly sweet. They're gentle, really, really subtle tastes. But the important thing is you can feel that really work in your body, can't you? You can feel what happens because water wakes you up. Water also keeps you looking young. The more you drink water, and now I'm not talking gallons and gallons, I think here they talk about 2 to 3 litres a day. The more you're drinking that, the younger your skin keeps, because it actually keeps your skin plump, because it's water that keeps your skin really, really looking fresh. Think about it, we talk about a fresh complexion, and we talk about quite a dewy complexion. So people, you're a young girl, but I want you to imagine getting to my age, and way beyond my age, and still your skin looks fabulous, because you keep drinking water. So what I'd like you to do, I'd like you just to see if you can try and take a sip of this, put this here, and as you put this to your mouth, oh, what's happening?
It's like...
Oh, smell it, smell it, smell the chemicals. Smell that vomit smell that's coming out from these chemicals. There's a vomit smell.
So it smells sour. It smells like sour vomit.
Oh, vomit does smell sour, doesn't it?
Milk.
Sometimes it's absolutely disgusting, it's horrible. So try and see if you can drink that. And as you do, be aware of the lumps coming out. The bubbles will start to feel lumpy. Now you may be able to drink it or you may want to spit it out, that's okay. If you need to spit it out, give us a shout, we'll give you a glass. Okay? Okay.
It is like lump,
Yes. So you know that you can feel good all by yourself. And even more important than that, you know you feel good hydrating your body, so wash that nasty, horrible chemical taste away. And start to feel, yes, how much more your body gets hydrated. It's better, isn't it? There you go, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Yuck anchor. Okay.
How should you feel? How should you feel?
I feel okay. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Even up to the point where you said okay, I sort of thought there would be no change. There would be no change. And it was the smell. The smell was just repulsive, like vinegar, like sour, like really, really sour. And the texture, it wasn't that lovely, bubbly, fizzy.
That will come from your nice sparkling
Scented.
water, won't it? And you experiment with different, you'll find the different types of water to find the ones that just go, ah, especially when it's ice cold and you go the shh.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. And you might even want to pour it into a glass with some ice and some, some lemon so you get the clink as well.
Yeah. It was like swallowing, it felt like you were swallowing chunks of something. Like lumps.
Any other questions?